Joe Hyams from Valdary reporting. What you just spoke at this rally? What message do you want to give to the world when you're speaking about this?
So the message really was how powerful media is in infecting and conditioning our thought processes. You know, we've just come out of this war and we're seeing Gazans on TV, and there's no sense of moral positioning regarding why Israel went to all of that trouble to protect its kids. And as I just said, you know, I can't apologize for not bleeding enough, but I need to get that message out, that our heart bleeds for their kids, maybe even more than theirs. You know, we're using our missiles to defend our kids, they're using their kids to defend their missiles, and in this world of dual narratives, the media just aren't understanding that there are not two sides to this story.
Hello, I'm here with Lauri Regan, the president of the New York chapter of EMET. She just gave a fantastic speech at this rally. It's outside CNN, protesting CNN. Tell me, Lauri, what message do you want to give to people today, or have you been trying to give?
I'm thrilled to be here. My message is not given in the hopes that the mainstream media, CNN, the New York Times are going to change their ways. The message is to make people aware, to disseminate the truth. EMET is an organization that is dedicated to disseminating the truth about Israel and the Mideast generally. And until we get the truth out, which means stay away from CNN, stay away from the New York Times, follow bloggers like Elder of Zion and many other organizations that do tell the truth, pass that along, get the message out, and let's fight the anti-Zionism, which is the same thing as anti-Semitism. We need to fight it.
I'm here at the rally with Ari Lesser, the famous singer-songwriter and TASB Award winner. What message do you want to give to people?
You know, I just wanted to give thanks and praise to Hashem, you know, because there's always things to be grateful for. No matter how hard times get, we should just be grateful for what we do have. You know, we just came out of the 3 weeks out of Tisha B'Av, and when you really reflect and look back, there's been such dark times in our history that we really have so much to be grateful for. You know, no matter how dark things do get now. So I'm really just grateful to Hashem.
Well, the key is how people think, how people respond. It's about response to the fighting, not the fighting itself. And therefore, media coverage, political statements, letters to the editor are really as important as bullets, tunnels, rockets.
I have Daniel Mael here from Truth Revolt. What is the message that you want to give out to people? You just gave a great speech here at the rally. What's the message you'd like to give?
I think the mainstream media needs to be held accountable because, frankly, they're not objective. They have an agenda, and that's fine. But they have to be open about it. To pretend that somehow they're unbiased and that these reporters know all the facts and all the history is simply a lie. And I think that everyone would benefit from just pure honesty and saying that there's an agenda. And I think that when they masquerade around as objective journalists and then tell that to the American people, the international community, they're indoctrinating the community because what they're saying is this is an objective view and that's what you need to believe. And people believe the news. So if you were to wake up for a year, read the New York Times or flip on BBC or MSNBC, you have a very good chance of believing that as fact. And if they were just open and admit that they are leftist news sources, that's fine. The problem arises when they lie and say they're objective.
I'm honored to be here with Valdary. Can you briefly tell me, how did you get into Israel advocacy?
So I grew up in a Christian home that observed Shabbat and kosher in the holy days, and with a lot of Jewish culture, so my identity is inextricably linked to the Jewish identity, and so whenever the Jewish people are attacked or threatened, I feel personally threatened, and I have an affinity for them, and so I find it my duty and my obligation to stand up for justice and to stand up for what's right, especially when they're being vilified in the media.
What message would you like to, did you try to impart tonight with your speech?
I would say that my message would be to take pride in who you are if you're Jewish. I think what we've seen a lot, whether it's on the college campus or everywhere, when people have accusations hurled at them, they might become shy, or they might become they might shrink and not want to speak up for themselves. But so that would be my main message, to take pride in who you are, take pride in your people's legacy and your history. You've done so much for the world, and don't take it for granted, and walk with that pride and walk with that dignity wherever you go.